I'm meteorologist from New York City, and it's Tuesday, and boy, do we have a wild, wild weather pattern coming. It actually took me longer this morning to go through everything and try to figure it all out because there is so much happening in the weather, and so many people are going to be impacted by some sort of weather. Okay, whether it's snow, flooding rains, severe thunderstorms, high winds. Um, you name it, it's being thrown at us this week here. Um, the storm right now that's going to impact us this week through Friday is out here. Started to come on down. Snow's already into Colorado, and the snow's going to pick up in intensity today as the upslope increases. That means that we're bringing winds in from the east and southeast, and I'm bringing it right up the hills there. When you bring air and you move it up the mountainsides, it condenses and produces clouds, and clouds produce snow. And that's what's going to happen. So that'll get going today. It looks like Denver is going to pick up probably 6 or 7 inches of snow, and it's just going to be a really treacherous day of travel through the area, especially during the course of the evening rush hour. All right, and then we got all this tropical mess down here. You can see more thunderstorms. This is going to get involved and just enhance rainfall. I don't think at this point we're going to see any kind of tropical system developing. There's a little bit of a swirl sitting down in here, but it looks like it's starting to collapse. But the moisture, the tropical moisture, is going to be drawn all the way up into the eastern part of the country. It's going to feel more humid with time, and that's just going to lead to more thunderstorm activity and heavy rain. So we got that going, okay? And then we're going to have probably some severe weather anywhere from here all the way into the mid-Atlantic and northeast coming up here, and my dam breaking high wind event that's going to come and impact this area here, the mid-Atlantic, on early Friday morning. And we got snow to deal with out into the Midwest there. Just how much. Chicago's a tough call because of the rain and snow mixture and how much snow is actually going to fall there. So that's a tough one there to figure out. All right, let's go surface maps, okay? This is the surface maps for this for today. You can see the snow breaks out back in here. The rain's going to break out down across the south. Then by tomorrow, heavy rain breaking out across the Tennessee Valley. The snow's going to start to streak on out, okay? And we get to, which is Thursday, we could deal with heavy rain. Heavy rain will be developing, severe weather will be down in here, heavy rain up in here, and snowy and windy weather will be out here by Thursday into Thursday night. Friday morning, a lot happening. All right, radar-wise this morning, okay, let's go to the radar. And you can see the snows here from Cheyenne, Fort Collins, not much around Denver, a little bit around Denver, but you can see it's starting to enhance. There's more snow coming through Salt Lake City, back through here that has to come on through. And again, this whole area is just going to start to get snowier as the day progresses because the upslope flow that's going to be coming in and heading up the mountains here, which is not uncommon for fall, okay? Let's see here, where do I want to go next? I want to show something here. Severe weather-wise, see, don't have much here. Some thunderstorms down here. This is tomorrow, okay? But then on Thursday, Friday, they're actually, I will say, they're catching on to the situation up in here. This is probably going to end up, being a risk in here, okay? And then probably another risk up in here, and then there's going to be a marginal that'll go much bigger area like this, is what I'm guessing is going to happen. They're already starting to look at the potential for low top thunderstorms and wind damage coming in over the Appalachians on Friday morning. So they're starting to see the same thing. Actually, I think what they do is they read my blog and they see me out there. 'Cause this is really kind of weird. I will say this is one thing. I don't know if they read or not, but I put stuff out and then I look at their forecast later on. They come out and there's all of a sudden the same stuff, and they're saying the same thing I'm saying. It's like, I don't know if someone there reads it and goes, oh, I'm going to follow what he said, okay? All right, rainfall-wise, this is our rainfall coming up here. Heavy rains to the Tennessee Valley, all the way up in the northeastern part of the country, and certainly the flash flood potential excessive rainfall will be out here on Wednesday, Thursday, and is heading up into the northeastern part of the country too. Potential for some flooding problems here. So a lot of people are going to be affected by lots of things here. Severe weather-wise, this is what I put out yesterday. I haven't changed much. I'm not changed my thoughts on this. I still think there's a risk of tornadoes in here on Thursday, then Friday, and this is early morning. There's a risk of damaging winds coming in here, and we might have to. I may have to expand this back a little bit here as well. Maybe even cut it off a little bit down in here so that it's sort of like that. Because those damaging wind gusts could be coming up over the Appalachians on Friday morning coming in. So there'll be some updates to that. And then we go to the good old computer models here real fast. This is today. The tropical moisture coming up, starting to produce heavy rains across the south. All right, and then by tomorrow, everybody. I mean, it's just like by tomorrow evening. Okay, snow's going to be breaking out all the way through Kansas. It's going to get snow. And again, you know, I want to caution people throwing out the snow maps out off the models, because you got to look at temperature and snow ratios and everything else, and they're all going to vary. So the models use 10-to-1 ratio. So you got to use the snow actually accumulating on the ground to get accurate snow measurements here. But generally, it's going to be a 1 to 8 inch snow event coming out through here. And heavy rain's going to start to break out across the Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley tomorrow. And then, wow, Thursday really starts to take off. The snow's going to be out here through Kansas City up to Des Moines, through northern Missouri, just hugging St. Louis on Thursday morning. But look at the heavy rain breaking out. Look at that convective area right here. It's really starting to break out. And rain is all the way up into the northeastern part of the country. And the cold air is plummeting southbound all the way through Texas, all the way to the Gulf Coast. It is going to get cold all the way down to Dallas, Fort Worth. And then we get to Thursday afternoon. This to me, the trough is right here. This is the trough coming in, okay? And it's a negative. It's going to go negative by late Thursday. And so this is a signature to me of severe weather, okay? Of convective, you know, problems with severe weather breaking out through here, okay? Maybe some tornado activity. And this back here is a windy, wet snow plastering everything back in this area here. And you can see Chicago, if you look closely, it's in the green. So it's very close to the snow area, okay? And snow all the way up into Michigan. The lakes are warm, so that's gonna you know, cause some of the warmth from the lakes is going to cause it to be more rain than snow, but certainly a lot of snow out there. And then this is where the winds are breaking up over the Appalachians by early Friday morning. This is like in the middle of the night. You got high winds coming up over the mountains. You've got still snow back in through here. Chicago's probably snowing at this point, and I think it's a 1 to 4 inch event depending on area. Okay, even some snow showers are going to break out all the way to western PA as well. And this is just high winds coming around the backside of this thing here. Just going to be howling. There's going to be some wind damage even through Ohio and Indiana with those winds right there. And then eventually by Friday midday, that front blasts off the coast. The storm heads up into here, and it's a blizzard up in for these folks up in here. Real quickly, when I was talking about the high winds, this is what my dam breaking is. You get a lot of cold air. Look at this, 30s here. All right, this is in the middle. This is after midnight Friday. You got 30s here, 70s over here. Okay, and this cold air is denser, so it's going to come up over the Appalachians and spill right over the Appalachians, and just tremendous wind gusts coming across here for an hour or so. And if you look at the aloft, this is at 850 millibars. This is high. The winds aloft are 60 to 80 miles an hour. So you tap that wind up aloft, bring it down, you get a lot of gusts, a lot of strong wind gusts. And this is even lower. This is 60, 70 knot wind gusts here. And you tap that, bring it down to the surface, you're going to get high winds. So a lot of wind could be aloft. You tap it with those thunderstorms, with that wind breaking up over the Appalachians, coming down in a dam burst. you're going to get high winds all the way into the big cities, New York City, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia. All those areas will get smacked with some high winds there that can cause power outages, tree damage, and even some structural damage. Okay. Snow-wise, real quickly, I'm really gone late today, but a lot to talk about. Like I said, 6-7 inches around Denver, and then the snow comes out. Looks like anywhere from Iowa back into Kansas, a 1 to 8 inch snow event here coming out, and certainly travel problems coming up here for your commutes coming in for Wednesday, Thursday time period into Friday morning. All right, and what else do I want to show? One more thing. Oh, Denver. Again, there's the heavy snow in Colorado we have to deal with here. I'm going to probably break this thing up into different blogs today because it's just too much to talk about. And I went 10 minutes. This is very long. All right, that's all I got right now. The gift of gab is done. I'm meteorologist Henry Marcasetti.